Technically, I'm not on the carnivore diet anymore, though I'm still purchasing a fair amount of meat, and I'm going to try to eat meat at least once a day. But I went and picked up my son from work, and on the way back we picked up a half pound of beef liver, and we picked up some marinated chicken wings, and this is, I think, Cajun style, and I'm going to go ahead and gobble that down, and as soon as it cools off, it just got out of the oven. Not shown here is a bowl of macaroni I ate a little bit earlier, but for dinner I'm going to be wrapping things up with 5 basically chicken drumsticks that are seasoned, and this will basically take care of food for me for today. This morning I decided I would have a carnivorous breakfast, so I made 11 strips of bacon, and these are actually lightly cooked because I prefer to have a little bit more substance to my bacon, and it's cooked decently, but I didn't let it get it to where everything's rock hard. And then I've got 5 eggs with plenty of butter that was used to prepare that. I also used butter to prepare the skillet for this and the pan for that. And I'm back to drinking Monster Energy drink as my caffeinated beverage of choice in the morning because A, I like the taste of it, and B, I still want some caffeine in the morning, even if it's only a can of an energy drink. Anyways, that's going to do it for Saturday morning. Here's a quick snack before dinner. It's just the 2 last drumsticks that we made yesterday, and I'm going to go ahead and polish these 2 off. It's been a couple days since I've been off the carnivore or zero carb diet, and I've basically spent the last 2 days carb loading, as well as not limiting myself through calories. As soon as I completed that DEXA scan on Thursday morning or Thursday around noon, I went off diet for real, and I've eaten things like a grilled ham and cheese sandwich, a bowl of macaroni and cheese, a couple of slices of some cake, and I've even had a couple sodas, in addition to what I'm showing on video today. But I've also continued to eat some meat in nearly every meal, like the 2 or so meals that I consume a day. And I haven't been counting calories up until this morning, where I decided to get back on that horse. I started counting them with their first meal, after that DEXA scan on Thursday. But then after that meal, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to take a break from it. And then, of course, today being Saturday, I decided to go ahead and start doing that again. Even though tomorrow I'm going to be eating a little bit of birthday cake for one of my daughters, I'm going to count that as well as all the other things that I'm eating. So I still believe in the carnivore way of eating, but I can't be zero carb or even ketogenic because of my specific dehydration problem. So I've decided to compromise. I'm going to eat meat every day in either every meal or every other meal, but I'm going to supplement at least 1 meal a day with carbohydrates, typically a dinner or the last meal of the day. So that's so that I don't lack any hydration and end up with the leg cramps overnight or constipation, going forward. I'm also still taking that magnesium supplement that I mentioned a couple weeks ago when I first bought it, and I'm eating that with every meal. So every time I eat something, I'm going to take that pill with it, and that's just to be on the safe side. But I'm basically going to use up that bottle, and if I have no leg cramps by the time that I run out of these pills, I'm just not going to get any refills. One of the things I want to mention is from the first night I started introducing carbs back into my diet, I've no longer had any fears of leg cramps, and consequently I've no longer had them. And I've actually slept better in the last couple days than I have in the previous couple weeks on the carnivore diet because of my unique dehydration issues. So at a minimum, I'm going to have carbs for dinner, and I do feel that I'm lucky, compared to a lot of people that do go to the carnivore diet, because I don't have any allergies whatsoever and almost never get any sort of stomach aches. The only time I ever get a stomach ache is when I eat like too much food and it just gets too much in there, and then I have problems. Or if I drink something like a large milkshake, I've noticed that unique concoction, if it's large enough, will sometimes cause stomach issues, and it'll basically go right through me. So I'm going to go back to eating 2 meals a day pretty rigorously. I found that, I ended up wanting to eat a snack or third meal in the last couple of weeks of carnivore. I think part of it because my body just wanted more food while on that diet, maybe more meat per se, I'm not sure. But I didn't really have any of those cravings when I was doing intermittent fasting for the several previous months. before I went for a full carnivore for this January. I guess for me at least, going from low carb down to zero carb or near zero carb, my body just didn't adapt as well as I thought I would, and as well as others have at least. So, I never experienced the keto flu, but I started having things like cravings, and of course I had the unique dehydration problem. So I want to make clear that I'm still going to be living a low carb lifestyle. I'm just no longer in ketosis, because that's not really my goal. I think it's possible that I will eventually go keto again, and very likely keto carnivore, but I'm just going to settle for a more paleo way of eating that includes carbs in my diet. And I'm going to be enjoying things like pastas, pizza, and other foods, of that nature. I'm going to be eating cake on birthdays. In particular, I've got a few birthdays coming up in the family that I'm going to be celebrating. And I'll eat the occasional treat, but I'm going to otherwise limit my diet to healthy foods, whole foods, and I'm still going to be working on improving the quality of meats that I eat. But I do also believe that I need to still increase the amount of fat that I consume over time, and I'm going to continue to drink more water, which is what I've got in this cup now. And I'm going to be, and one of the interesting things is I used to drink snake juice on this diet to combat the dehydration because it had the magnesium and the potassium added into it. But I don't feel like I need to add that to water anymore. I just drink normal drinking water or mineral water without the added electrolytes, and that's something that I rather enjoy. So, but I am going to be buying more ribeyes in the future, more 73% lean beef, and I'm going to be looking into buying some fat trimmings from a local butcher as soon as I can find one who will sell them to me. So far, the meat markets that I've been to haven't been able to find, or it's more like a store with a little meat section in the back. I haven't been able to find any of those yet that are nearby that'll sell fat trimmings to me. So that's a quest that I'm still going through. But also another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be buying cod liver oil supplements because I don't like seafood. I am actually, one of the things I've been consuming is these. They're omega-3 supplements, and I get those with every meal. But I would like to introduce more omega-3s into my diet from more healthy foods as well. So that's my challenge. I don't really like seafood, but I think there are other ways I can try to inject omega-3 into my diet. So we're going to see how that goes. Anyways, now let's see what's for dinner. And here is one of the big reasons why I fell off the carnivore diet. Basically, I still want to eat food like this. This is Domino's pizza. Basically pepperoni and black olives on a regular large pizza. It's split in half, so I have this and one of my sons has the other half. This is unfortunately about 1,200 calories, but it's one of the meals I'm going to have from time to time that will allow me to retain my sanity. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.